Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. A first down throw for Mayfield. And right away, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where we're going to be and what do we need to get. And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs? Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Run. Hey, exit. 50.
Here's Mayfield. He completes it to Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Ready. 10 Lobo. Check 56. Hey, Charlie. Play 56. Go.
Now Minshew on first and 10. It's caught by Mike Evans. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now this one is running back out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
56, check 56.
Minshew, first and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, Make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Ship.
Go, deep grip.
Here's Taylor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's Minshew. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run on second down with Cohen, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hey, alert!
Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if we're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Third and long for Mayfield, going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 29, Minshew. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield, and he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but now it's third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked there by Nick Nelson, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Come on, set.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Check it. Roll out. There.
He completes it to Evans. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now Taylor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Man, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On first down, it's Taylor. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Browns drive about to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Mayfield now from the 50. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Check. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Here we go, here we go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. It's coming this way.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Let's go, let's do this.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. At the 44-yard line.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Greystone, travel.
Kill, kill, kill.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
Hey, we're 33. Up, up.
39-yard line.
From the 39, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
180. Up, up.
First down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And down inside the 15 he goes. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now Mayfield. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Just like that. Check it, Henry.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
We
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. And the lead has gotten even bigger. The Texans, they've got it in cruise control right now. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. Looking deep for Julio. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now Cohen. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, we're 33.
On 2nd and goal, Mayfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Mayfield now. Caught by Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing, Mayfield to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
We got this.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook.
Mike Evans, he's going to go. The 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Phillip Lindsay, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will shave one more off this lead.
The Jaguars take over. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. Breaks through the contact. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Taylor. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd and 7, Minshew. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's got Evans. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They give to Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
He finds his target. It's Evans. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Hey, Zoo.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Exit.
Fire.
They'll run with Taylor. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Now what's the call here? Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here's Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
On second and 11 now. Mayfield, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a third and long now after the sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Mayfield. Looking downfield for Jones. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 36-yard line.
On the set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield looks to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. But now it'll be third down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
It's caught. Jones.
I got you, boy.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time. A 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Switch out. King, 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 king.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Browns on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
He's got the hook up to McLeod. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. Able to complete this one to McLeod. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mayfield completes it to Higgins. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Hey, nice 7. 44, right.
And again, it's Mayfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They run with Taylor, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Jaguars, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.